show. Hey, yeah, hey, welcome to the show. Hey, yeah, welcome to the show. Hey, welcome to the show. Came a long way from the basement, now I'm a father like Kevin and Jason. Life is amazing. When it comes to your family, everything really come down to communication. All in your head about it, boy, don't fret about it, just let it out. Let's talk it out, let's talk it out, let's talk it out, let's talk it out. Sit down, let's talk it out. Sit your ass down, let's talk it out. Hey boy, you better, are y'all tuning in right now? Yo.
Happy Father's Day from Jay and Silent Bob. I'm Kevin Smith.
Jason Mewes.
Kids, it's like we're in the pandemic. It's like 2020 because me and the boy who will be dad.
Yes.
Of a boy, as we've learned.
I know, I'm very excited. We have some names. I want to throw some names at you, but I'll wait till you get, I know you're chatting still, but as we go on, it's interesting. The names have become a really big thing. Because again, Logan was so easy. It was like, if we have a boy, we have a girl, boom, bottom line, name's going to be Logan. It was easy. But this one now we're like, it's a boy. We got to come up with names. And then we're still deciding about the circumcision.
Bro. Is this how you fuck? You stampede past the nipples?
I do.
You go right for the clit?
The wife always says, you're like a high school boy.
You are. We got to ease the audience into the conversation. You're not like, yo, I got to cut the kid's cock and I need a name.
And he's a boy and she's got 4 months and everything. Welcome to Jay and Silent Bob.
First, let's explain. We sound like shit because we're zooming at each other.
Yes.
First 2 episodes, we were in Los Angeles. We recorded while I was home from the tour, pre-tour, and while I was home from the tour for a minute. And they were banked for a minute before they saw the light of day. Now we're in real time, motherfuckers. But in real time, I'm in New Jersey. Jason Mewes, our home and native land, by the way, of both me and fucking father himself and father to be Jason Mewes. He is in California, in Los Angeles, at his new palatial Hollywood estate.
Nice, yes.
So this is the first time I'm seeing you in where is this, your new man cave? Do you have a back house or something?
It is the garage, but it's temporary. Sorry, it's not temporary. This is where I'm going to be doing what I'm doing now, but we're going to be renovating. So, but yes, we've been here about 2 months. Right now I have this up trying to block, but yes, this is the garage. It's technically a 2-car garage.
You say this up trying to block because remembering some people are just listening to this. Jason's referring to a Superman background. We can see each other via Zoom. I don't know if we're going to put up the video and shit.
That's true. We haven't thought about it exactly. But yes, it is a full...
Good. If we want to promote this shit and get some fucking subscribers, maybe we should put up the video.
I would love to.
Right now. Yes. Father's Day, Jay and Silent Bob.
Get extras with video of my face going like this, and then you get to see this being a fold away room divider or what have you is very nice. I got it from Comic Book Men. When Comic Book Men TV show ended, the guys from the office had this to separate their desks from one another, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Justice League. It has Deadshot, one of my favorite characters, and so they gave it to me. But anyway, it's something nice to put.
You hear that, kids? The rich get richer. He was given something he easily could have bought for himself, and he rubbed it in all of our faces.
I begged him for it. I said, I need this. But I didn't know if I could find it. I was worried about finding it on Amazon because it's so sweet. Again, it's 2-sided, right? It has Hawk.
Bro, there's a bunch of people listening going, I can't see shit. Why is this master of a decade-old podcast called Jay and Silent Bob Get Old forgetting that video prompts are for the fucking wealthy, for the bougie?
No, they're going to want to see it because I talk about it to them. Like, let me see. And then they're going to subscribe.
I'm disappointed when they fucking tune in. They're like, it's a picture of Superman, bro. Get over yourself.
It's true.
I am still on tour with Clerks 3. There are 2 shows left to do, kids.
2 only?
That's it. Boston on December 5th, Hartford on December 6th, and then we're done. The Clerks, the convenience tour is in the fucking history books at that point and stuff. And I watch you every night destroy the audience. The one of the biggest fucking applause moments in the whole movie is when we enter the fucking movie. It's crazy, dude. Every night I sit there with Liv and Josh backstage and pretend to conduct the audience like during the opening credits because I know exactly where they fucking cheer and shit like that. And when you and I come out, they're like, "What?" And I tell the kids every night, I'm like, "Here come their gods," and then we come on screen and they go fucking ape shit, and I'm like, and I do their compose. I raise my hands into the air as if I'm conducting the audience and shit. But I see you every night, and I have nothing but love for you because you are so fucking perfect in Clerks 3. Like, absolutely fucking perfect. Every moment you're golden on the screen. Every time you come in, you fucking make people laugh and shit. Oh, it's fucking phenomenal. Yes.
Oh,
So,
sorry, Jordan. Sorry, Jordan saying some. I mean, I don't know. Again, I thought she was going in the house, babe. That's why I came in here. Sorry. Sorry,
what
guys.
up, Jordan?
We should show, baby. Come here, please. Being that you just came in and been a distraction or disruption or something, we might
She
as
ain't,
well show them this. Can
she
we
ain't
show
gonna
them?
want this, bro. She ain't gonna want this.
Want what? To see the belly?
Put on camera right now. You're
Yeah,
on
right
camera.
here. Yeah, she knows she's on camera. Yeah,
The
I
whole
want to
audience
show
is seeing this, Jordan.
the belly. I'm trying to do it in a pleasant way, but look at this.
Look at that baby belly.
Yeah. So
Those who are
yay.
seeing the video live as we speak right now.
Can't hear him. Sorry. Thank you, baby.
Oh,
She waved. Yeah, sorry guys, because she came in because I guess I'm louder. I didn't realize in here it's hard to explain, guys, because again you can't visually see. But thank you. You were talking about the movie and how it comes on, but I cannot believe I knew it was coming to a close, but I didn't realize it was coming to a 2 day, two more dates close. I mean that is
more dates. I have 2 weeks down before those dates, though.
okay.
So
Okay.
I have 2 weeks off, but during that time, like, is the Smodcastle Film Festival from November 30th to December 4th. And I go to Boston December 5th, Hartford December 6th. And I go to Los Angeles December 7th for Liv and Josh's movie Wrong Reasons.
Yeah. That's when we'll have to do another. You'll have to come here. Well, hopefully you can come here and we can record it in person. And then I come to Jersey, hopefully.
How so we can record it in person when I'm in Los Angeles.
Yeah. So we could do a couple more before that. Then we should have like a Christmas special.
Well, speaking of which, you are going to be coming to New Jersey on 12/11. And I think we're going to do James, Silent Bob Get Old at Smodcastle. And then on 12/12, I'm doing, and you'll be there for some part of it, a promotion at the Secret Stash called the 12 Hours of Christmas that we're doing with the pop store next door, Pop Freak. And so we get on the Whatnot app.
Oh yeah.
Like we've done that at the cons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a live auction site, kids. And so we'll be doing that for like 12 hours straight, like a telethon and shit. So it's an hour at the Stash and then an hour at Pop Freak. They do an hour. Then they come back to us for an hour and then they go to them for an hour. So we'll start at 7 in the morning and go to like 7 at night or something like that.
Love
and
it.
sell for the Christmas season. Bunch of sound stuff, exclusive stuff. So when you're out here for that, we'll record some more as well.
So where you're at right now, I have not seen this when I was there last. Where you're at the apartment, movie theater apartment, it was empty. So right now, do you have now a new desk? You have a chair?
This is just the table that was here.
Cool.
There's some furniture coming, but yeah, no, same old.
All right, but I like it
on the floor like a fucking college kid.
I love it. But from here, it's cool because with the sign and the the way you have it, and I don't see a mic or headset. It sounds like
You're telling you where you forget we're an audio podcast, not a video podcast. They
it's
don't
true.
want to see shit. Stop explaining shit. You forgot part of the podcast, my friend. Who are you, Joe Rogan?
I'm catching up. No,
Are
I'm
you
catching up.
watching your podcast?
I guess I'm doing it more for my benefit because you and I haven't seen each other in a few, and I haven't been there, and you haven't been here, so I'm catching up on us. But
I'll
who
give him.
cares about that? Let's get down to business,
I'll give
which
him
is
some fucking content. Me and this bitch had a fucking fight last week, and when I say fight, I mean he had a fight at me, and he fucking hung up in my fucking face. So let me set up the story for you, kids. I'm talking not to Jason Mewes, who I talk to only when we do podcasts. I talk to Jason's wife, Jordan, our boss, like multiple times every day. She is probably the person that I speak with most in life.
Mhm.
So I'm on a conversation with Jordan, and Jordan had texted me to be like, this requires me to tell so many stories. While on the road, kids, and Jason's going to hate that I tell this, but like it could always be cut out, but it won't be. On the road, we were on the road a lot driving. I'm a very, I call it Jersey driver. And as far as I'm concerned, so is Mr. Jason Mewes, who drives like I do. But Jason, within the last year or two, finally said, he's like, I don't want to drive with you anymore. And he was the last holdout. Most people don't want to drive with me. But Jason, I always thought I could count on to want to drive with me. But even he got put to a place where he's like, you are unnecessarily reckless. And that's saying something because he's one of the speediest drivers I know in his fucking Elon fucking Tesla. So while I've been on the road for the tour, for the convenience tour, there has been a time or perhaps two that reckless driving, my reckless driving. There's a big question as to whether I should have been driving on the tour at all or not. But I love to drive, and it was my car on tour. So some of my reckless driving, tailgating, speeding, got us into a position to be pulled over. And, I'm a man who enjoys the greens. And, that is not necessarily a problem in some states, and in some states it's a big deal. So let's say, I ran into a peccadillo or two along the way in states that aren't green friendly or whatnot, but it all worked out at the end of the day. A long time ago, this is an old story, which I've told. I was traveling from Illinois to Bloomington, Indiana, to go do a show at a comedy club. And I was watching John Oliver on my fucking phone, but it was hung from my rearview mirror. And so I got pulled over for that because you're not allowed to, fucking have something distracting you on your rearview mirror, I guess. But it was a long drive, but that was no excuse. And when they pulled me over, they were like, how much weed have you smoked today? And I was like, well, I'll be honest, I took a hit before I left Illinois, but I haven't smoked that since then. They were like, can we search the car? And I was like, absolutely. And they went in the car and they found like 4 joints, like half smoked each one of them in doob tubes and stuff. And they're like, look, like we're here looking for pounds, kilos of weed. Like this is nothing. So we could either bring you in and write you up for these 4 half joints, or you could throw them out right here on the side of the road. And I was like, that sounds like a capital idea. Is that because I've been in the movies, or is that because they're like, it's a hassle for fucking 4 half joints? Or, even more recently, I was pulled over in a similar situation, and there was just a lot of, pre-rolls. And we get given them on the road all the time. People are like, we love you. And they give you weed, and you can't be like, I can't accept it. You put it in a bag, it comes with you. But when you're in a state when like weed's not quite legal, that could be a problem if you get pulled over. So I did. And once again, like things worked out. And I told Jordan like shortly after what had happened. And she was like, don't tell that story. But when we got to the place we were going in Oklahoma, a bunch of people were waiting on us. We were an hour and a half late. So I did tell the story, but I was so super careful to be like, don't, fucking talk about this. Don't record this. I saw phones. I was like, I ain't talking until the phones are down and stuff. And then kind of told them the nutshell story and stuff. So Jordan texts me the other morning and she's like, did you talk about that story publicly? And so rather than write it all out, I called her and I was like, yeah, I told you that I said it at the comic book store. She's like, you didn't tell me that. I told you not to tell that story. I was like, yeah, but I had to tell the people at the comic book store, and I made sure that nobody like shot it or anything. She's like, and that's the only place you told it. I was like, yeah, I didn't tell it any place else. And she goes, they're running a story on TMZ. And for a second, I got scared because I'm like, and then I'm like, wait a second. So TMZ is going to run a story that said Kevin Smith had weed on him. Like, that's great for the brand. Like, that's, you know what? In other news, water is wet. Like, I don't think that's going to shock anybody. So at the end of the day, like, why am I getting upset? And she was making me upset, like making me like, go like, am I in trouble and shit? That's my trigger, thinking like I'm in trouble somehow. So I was trying to understand why she was getting tight about it. Like, because she kept saying, this reflects on me somehow. And I was like trying to get to the bottom of that. So I kept asking her the question, but not like, how's it reflect on you? But I'm like, Jordan, am I missing part of the story? How does this come back to you or whatever? So we were talking about it, and Jordan's getting, Jordan's not emotional at all, but she's like coming from this place where she's like, you're being reckless. And, she knows some stuff going on in my life. She's like, you're being reckless right now. And that's the worst place for you to be. And you need to stop. You need to let the kids drive and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey man, like I just like had a bad conversation. Like I don't need a lecture right now. And out of nowhere, I didn't even know he was there. I thought I was just talking to Jordan. All of a sudden I hear this fucking scumbag grab the phone and go like, you're being reckless and we just care about you, bro. And he fucking hung up. And I was like, what the fuck happened? I texted Jordan. I was like, look, I'm real sorry that I may have set y'all off. I honestly value you and your opinion. I'll stop driving slow and fast. Please, like, feel free to call me back. But Jordan called me back and she was like, I didn't do that. That was fucking him. But I know Jason, and it was Jason on the verge of tears, like almost emotional Jason. So he wasn't being a dick about it. He felt that shit. But since he fucking chose to fucking let it out in the most hissy fit way, my God. It was but Jordan called back and we talked for like 2 hours and shit. Jason, interestingly enough, did not call back. And nor did he ever be like, hey, bro, I might have overreacted and I shouldn't have hung up on you and shit.
Well, I figured out when I see you, I don't know, I'm bad at texting. I realize texts come out, it come out so different than what the meaning is, especially for me, because I'm not very good at writing like the cat ran dot or period, whatever, exclamation point, comma. It's like mine runs on and I know sometimes she'll be like, what? And I'm like, sorry, let me call you and tell you.
He's not good with grammar or punctuation.
Yeah, no.
It's like when I get texts from my mother, she uses the talk text feature.
Yeah.
So it's one long fucking sentence and some words are approximate and stuff like that. And she don't read it and double check it before she lets it go.
Yeah, no, and so I just figured eventually I'll see you and I'll tell you in person, or I knew we were going to talk soon.
You don't got to tell me shit. You don't have no apology or nothing like that. But it was very like, I can count on one hand the amount of times that this motherfucker has launched at me. And that was one of them. And so it must mean a great deal to him. To get like fucking tight like that, because this is a guy who doesn't give a fuck. Like, you do what you want, man. He's the ultimate patriot, the ultimate American. I don't mean patriot in as much as like America, fuck yeah, but he's the ultimate patriot in as much as this country was founded on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's what Jason believes in. He don't believe in telling people how to live their lives. He wants everybody to pursue their own fucking happiness. So least judgmental person I've ever met, least fucking shitty, doesn't hang up on people. For him to get to the place where he got, clearly, he felt I was being reckless in my driving, and has felt it for quite some time.
Sometimes. Um, what do I want to say? Oh, so have you? So you got 2 weeks, and have you been to the store? Have you been to the store now? Because it's
You can
right
see
there. Yeah, that's like
Jane's
sorry.
Vodka.
Yeah, I just feel like it's something I miss about being home.
I go to it all the time, bro.
You do. You have been great.
I went over and signed the other day. A Masquerade #3 came out. We got the exclusive covers. I went and tagged a bunch. Tagged more quick stops. #1 selling out like crazy. So like even the expensive fucking books, like we had covers. I wish I could get you the covers to the all red covers, man, because we got only 100 of that book, and that's the cover that they did for Things from Another World that Mike Allred did. So it's like, if I tag it, it's a $35 book. If we had both tagged it, it would have been a $50 book. That book's fucking selling, man. Like, it's crazy. The alternate covers have been very nice. But yeah, I go to the stash regularly, son.
No,
I
I
go,
know. I was just
go
thinking
to
about
our store regularly.
I. That's
We're
right.
we're talking about doing on the Whatnot Day, since we're an hour on camera, or I'm an hour on camera selling shit, and then an hour goes over to Pop Freak. On our down hour, we're talking about doing photo sessions with fans for the holidays. Me, you, and Mubi. Christmas Mubi. Santa Mubi.
Oh, all right. So we can do that, and then we can record. I think then while we're there, we can.
Then we're
This would
doing
be awesome.
we'll do our very first Jay and Silent Bob Get Old at Smodcastle. We won't do Father's Day at Smodcastle. We'll
No,
say for later on down the road, but we'll do Jay and Silent Bob Get Old at Smodcastle, read the scripts, have a good ass time and shit.
I love that. I love it. I'm excited. I honestly am. Because I come from doing my amusing stories, then I go to Jersey, and then I'll be going back. Um, but yeah, man, it's. I'm excited. Again, this is the tough part now, though, is I realized it's been tough. Again, you mentioning the tour's almost done. It's like I'm bummed because I feel like I got to go on so much of the last one, and this one I didn't. And I could have, but I'm saying I didn't because Logan and Jordan, but then add the element of the new baby. So, um, but again, 6.5. It's coming. So I'm very excited
I'm in
about it.
what, February?
February, yeah, February 25th is the date. I'm glad people seem to be on my, people have been reaching out to me on my Twitch and stuff. People that have listened to the first and second episode, which I think was very awesome.
I'll
And
tell
yeah,
you, fucking, you got covered in People Magazine. Your
I
fucking
know.
your pregnancy. They were like, Jason Mewes having a fucking baby boy. Yeah, they covered you, man.
It was very cool, very cool.
Mostly off of your Instagram post.
Yeah, no, that was that again. That was really awesome, and I think I wasn't ready for that. Like I didn't plan on it, and it's one of those things where you're like, "Dang, if only I knew." It's good because again, it's that was really unexpected, and the podcast. I mean, again, I feel like we us talking about the first one, the second one. Again, now I feel like we have with this one. I really something I didn't realize we are going to talk about and figure out our names. But I also wanted to tell a couple funny stories, but I'm afraid I'm going to get into the story because something I realized that's been happening since the last month or so is how much I can watch the time so I can make sure the story goes. Is how short, how often Jordan is like, "Come lay with me. I'm lonely." And I'm like, well, right? But what I realize is I've been getting distracted because now that she has this belly, she'll like lay down on me. She'll be sitting and then she'll lay forward. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, she's crushing the baby. And I'm picturing like her belly pushing on my belly. And there's like the baby's in like a balloon, like think about if you had like a stuffed animal inside of a balloon, right? And you start
Right.
pushing the balloon sideways, the balloon would start to get pushed through like this. So
I
I got
think
like,
it's hysterical that you had to go like, think of a stuffed animal in a balloon as opposed to Think of a baby in a woman's womb.
Oh, very nice. I just visually, it could be hard. You can't see through a woman's
I think
body.
everybody on the planet
Can
is
visually see.
familiar with. Yeah, they show that half picture all the time. This is what a woman looks like with a baby in her and
Yeah.
shit. But you're absolutely right. When you're having sex late in the pregnancy, there's a fear that like if I go deep, is it going to poke the baby in the eye? And no
Yeah.
such thing. The
Well,
baby
also
right elsewhere.
then I was like, yo, can you don't lay down on me, lay on your back so then there's no pressure on your belly. But then we were going half whole, half whole, half whole. And she started moving like this. So then I'm like, oh shit, the baby's being shuck up in there and she's getting car sick. He's getting car sick in there. And then I was like, oh my God, what if like the umbilical cord's floating around in there because I'm shaking him? The umbilical cord starts wrapping around his neck. So yeah, I've been having to like zone out.
Can I tell you that all this comes from a place where you're like, I am so good at fucking. What if I fuck the umbilical cord around the kid's neck? And really, I've seen you fuck. I've seen it on tape. It's like,
That's right.
thrusts and he's out, kids. No, that baby's fine.
And yeah,
That baby has bigger problems if, like, Jordan fucking sits down to take a shit. More of a threat
gets
there.
up and down really quick, going to take a shit.
Yes. More
Because
of a problem.
otherwise, it's like,
And she might just pop out and shit.
again,
You're safe, man. In fact, if I remember correctly, this is going back many years. Harley is now 23, but Jen's gynecologist told us to like keep having as much sex as possible, particularly late in the third trimester, because there's an agent a secret agent
yes.
in semen that makes induces labor.
Oh, okay.
So I bet you her gynecologist would be like, if you guys, she had the baby naturally last time, even no drugs or nothing, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's definitely the plan this time too. Again, so
That'll help loosen shit up when it's time. Like on the day we had scheduled Harley's birth. Jen had gone past her due date, and so the doctor was like, I'm picking this day and we're doing it. And she told me, like, before you come in. She
oh
wanted
yeah.
before
Okay.
we brought Jen to the hospital, she wanted me like,
Like, how loose is your goose? How
yes,
loose is your goose?
yeah. I must have the puss. I must have the puss. It was, but that was an education, man. Knowing that there's something in sperm that makes
Yeah.
induces. Then they put some cream on her once she got in there as well, and then she was like ready to go. And then they gave her spinal. She got the spinal shot, so
Oh.
like she couldn't feel anything. Thank God. But Jordan never got the spinal, man. She just goes. She's like, oh.
Oh.
Fucking yeah, she Lou Ferrigno shits it. She's like, oh.
She's like, I'm done.
That happens, man. Childbirth being
Yeah.
natural, there's a chance that like fucking you're pushing so hard you fucking poop. That's why they want you to like clean your like fucking self out, like fucking shit as much as you can at home before shit begins.
Yeah. Shit, no, you know what? It went pretty smooth and we did it right on the due date last time. Last time Logan was due April 1st, and she was born on April 1st at like 7 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. So,
smooth for you, tough guy. I bet you Jordan's got a different story. She's like, it fucking hurt like hell.
oh no, I'm not saying it didn't hurt. I'm just saying the date and time was right. She told me, she's like, shut up and sit in the corner. I was like, I'm sorry. Hello? Sorry, I thought I heard my kid go, Daddy. But yeah, she was like, sit in the corner. To what?
She's like, stop telling stories about mom.
Yeah. She's like, she did poop, you liar.
And that is the kind of thing that fascinate Logan. Logan would be like, what do you mean she pooped while she was
she would love it. She'd be like, I hope none of that poop got on me when I came out. Oh, she goes around writing all over. It's funny, all over the house. Poop head. Daddy is a poop head. And then she'll be like, come here, I wrote you something. And she'll have this cute little picture on the front. And then you open up the card and it's like, you are poop. And she loves calling me poop. The, can you please cut the dogs up?
My God, it's Jay's version of Shaggy.
Yeah,
Shaggy,
yeah.
Shaggy
She's
joined me in Jersey.
Yeah, is he in there right now? Is with you? I mean, well, in the house. Very
Yeah,
cool.
she's sleeping in the bed. It's very sweet. She's been out here before. She was out here when we shot Clerks 3, but it's her first time at the movie theater, and she's fascinated by the whole thing.
Oh, I bet she's like popcorn, popcorn.
It's, the movie theater is closed on Monday and Tuesday. It'll probably change as we go forward in 2023. But the Atlantic Movie House, their schedule was 5 days a week. So we're honoring that until the new year begins. But so it's closed downstairs, and it's also 10:55 anyway, so the last show would be out. But Josh and Liv, since I was like, I'm going to record a podcast with Muse. They were like, all right, we'll go downstairs and watch a movie, and they're watching Wakanda Forever right now.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
They had their food. They ordered a bunch of food from the pizza place in Red Bank, and they took it all downstairs. And we're doing Thanksgiving there. Um, on Thursday, we're doing like fucking Friendsgiving. So each of us is going to make something. Like I'm making hummus and French toast, and Josh is making like a seitan roll. Liv's making a coconut custard pie, and she's making Frito pie. And then we're going to lay out a table in front of the front row in the theater one. And then we spread it. We bought tablecloths. So we spread the meal out there. We sit in the front row. And then we're going to watch Mystery Science 3000, like a couple episodes of that. Then we're going to start picking off lists, films on the list that Liv's got that we've been talking about for a while. Like, oh, you should watch this. We should watch this. So we're going to watch not just Mystery Science Theater 3000, but probably, let me see, Tootsie.
Ooh,
That's on Liv's list. Just a bunch of shit. Like put up some shit on the big screen and watch movies all Thanksgiving. So sounds like a plan. That's how we're doing Thanksgiving on the East Coast here at Smodcastle. On the West Coast, Jen and Harley and Byron and Gail and Austin are going to Disneyland.
ooh.
Yeah, that's how they're doing a holiday Thanksgiving. But yeah, first one apart in a long time. Be interesting. Weird, but
Yeah,
we're all
that's
grown. But
yeah.
we're speaking of, our subject, of course, is being a father, and Jason is father to Logan, a little girl of 7, nearly 8, and he's about to be a dad to who I'm hoping will be named Magnus Muse.
Mm.
Baby Magnus Muse. That's my vote for the name. But I'm a dad of Harley Quinn, who's like 23, and the dad job never stops, kids. Don't matter how old they get. Dad for life.
Yes.
And I got to be an effective dad this week because she had a week of like bad news after bad news. And, I'm Mr. Sunshine, positivity, and hope and stuff. And I was able to kind of come in and give some healthy life perspective and stuff. But the dad never stops, man. She was very sweet. She was like, you really always know what to say. And I'm like, well, take it with a grain of salt. I'm a writer.
I hear one right now. Sorry to interrupt your.
Oh, bring her
Yes,
on.
baby. Baby, you got to come in here. What? Jax is not in here, but will you come say hi to Uncle Kevin? Do you want? He should be in there. Come say hi to Uncle Kevin.
Where are you at?
Hold
Where are
on,
you
hold on.
at? Little pink sugar heart.
She might need this. Here, baby. Watch your feet.
Look at her
Can't
showing
really
off.
see. Yeah, it's baby. Remember, you're on a chair, and it doesn't really. It's hard to see
Can
that.
she hear
But
me?
oh, she can't. Hold on. Now she can. Hold on, baby. So,
Hello, little pink sugar heart. How are you?
I want to.
no, it'll be really loud for them. So
How are you, kiddo?
Good.
What's going on with them teeth?
They're growing in and
What
they
happened?
hurt.
What happened? Did the baby boy in mom's belly kick them teeth out? Is he
No,
causing trouble?
there's a whole story to it.
Is there really? What is the story? I got time.
So
Tell me.
the first one, which was this one,
Yeah.
it I wanted to take it out, but it was really time for school, so I had to take it out. And then when mommy was trying to get the string off, she yanked my tooth out on accident.
Hurt? Did it hurt?
Not that much, but then the second tooth was really funny. I was eating Lucifer's pizza, and it twisted all the way around, and then I went out, and then I bit into a piece of pizza, and it's not like the tooth got cut in the pizza, but it almost did. It got caught in my hand.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me throw up. I'm not good with stuff like this. I'm squeamish. Let me tell you something right now. If you need me to call the cops on mom or dad, if they're knocking your teeth out, and you need me to call the cops, you blink like this twice. Go blink your eyes real hard twice to send me the message that you're like, yes, I need to be rescued. They're taking my teeth. Did you put your teeth under a pillow? Did
Yeah.
Did the tooth fairy show up?
We have a video of it.
Get out of here. How much you make?
The first time it was $50, and then it was this tooth was $20, and then the other one was $20. So now I have $80. Because the first tooth, these two, they gave me 40, so 40 plus 40 is 80.
Man,
Now I have $80.
When I was a kid, the tooth fairy and I lost a tooth. The tooth fairy gave me a quarter. Yeah.
Usually, Grandma Gail, she said that she got $1.
She got $1 and she's an old lady. Her tooth fairy must have been rich. How's school?
Good. I had Thanksgiving dinner at school.
In Francais?
Français.
Give us
But
hit us
everybody was talking English, even Tisa, she's my French teacher.
Let me give us a sentence or two in French. Let's hear you speak French fluently.
Wait, which one? The first or the second?
whatever one has more to it, so he can really get you.
But I forgot the last part.
Okay, but then do the other one then.
Why? Wait, this is a Halloween one. Voyons, se dit la sorcière tombe descend vers la terre. Si j'atterris sur un clocher, je vais me piquer le pied. Si j'atterris dans un rivière, dans un trou, je vais me casser le cou. Si j'atterris dans la rivière, je vais me mouiller mon derrière. And derrière means butt.
Derrière means what? Derrière. Isn't it derrière?
Derrière means like behind you, and it means your butt.
I always thought it was derrière, but it's derrière.
You have to have an accent.
Derrière?
Derrière. Yes, you got it
Derrière?
right. But we can't find Jax.
Uh-oh, what happened? Jax, for those who don't know, Jax is their second dog.
Oh.
In Jersey.
He's in, but I think he wants to go to Grandma.
Okay, well, you can go tell Mom about it. Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Leaving?
Bye.
Sugar Heart, thank you for the time. One
Bye.
more thing. Say one more thing in French. One more thing in French.
Ma papa, c'est un caca-fesse.
You're a Norman Rockwellian portrait of fucking Americana right there. Every night on, not every night, but most nights when I'm on the tour, we wind up talking about what I'm doing in the future. And I tell him, like, this is my 15th movie as a director. And, I know what the next 5 movies are. Do you want to know what they are? And I go through a list, and I'm always like, the 20th movie, we can't start shooting for 10 years. And we got to wait 10 years for our third lead to be old enough. And, I was like, I realized recently that, like, with Clerks 3, I have an indie film trilogy, and I'm like, now I want more trilogies. And I have 2 Jay and Silent Bob movies, so I'm within striking distance of a Jay and Silent Bob trilogy. So I said, when we were on set of Jay and Silent Bob reboot, I was like, how weird. Harley was a baby in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then in Jay and Silent Bob reboot, she's the third lead. And here's Logan on Jay and Silent Bob reboot as her first movie. Like, I was like, so if we follow the pattern, we have to make one more of these, and Logan gets to be the third lead, just like Harley was the third lead in Jay and Silent Bob reboot. And I was like, by that point, Harley would be old enough, her character Millie, to have her own daughter. So Millie's daughter, Logan will play Harley's daughter in the movie, which means that we'll go on an adventure with fucking Logan and stuff. But that means that Jay's daughter will be playing Jay's granddaughter in the movie. And that's how she'll start her career, with an adorable story for the press about how she's fucking playing her father's granddaughter, even though that's fucking acting, motherfucker. That's what we call acting around here.
I like it. I'm telling you.
You saw how adorable she was. Just think of what she'll be like in 10 fucking years. I told Jordan today, I was like, that kid's amazing, but you gotta watch out for her because she's as smart as her mother and as crafty as her father. Harley still laughs at a story that Logan told. She's like, one day Logan was talking. She loves Logan. She thinks she's fascinating. And Logan told her one day, she's like, they don't let me watch YouTube, but when my dad's asleep, I take his phone and I hold it up to his face, and then I watch YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck. That's some Muse level crafty right there.
She's like, Jordan has woken me up. I've fallen asleep, and Jordan has come in to be like, hey, you fell asleep in her bed, to wake me up. And then she'll like find like me sleeping and Logan sitting there watching YouTube. But it's the good thing is she's really been into right now this art girl, which is very interesting. But I don't know. It's we went to this picnic today at her school for Thanksgiving gathering, and just to watch all the kids and how they interact with each other and stuff already at 7, 8 years old it's very interesting. It's not what I expected. And then there's one of Jordan's friends, well, I guess our family friend. She just had her baby's 2 weeks old, little boy. So she brought him there. And so I was holding him, and he's just so tiny, and I forgot, and I just can't wait. Like, I honestly, I'm very excited about the new baby. I think it's going to be a lot of work, more work on top of what we have going on already with me traveling and all that stuff. But it's going to be very amazing. And so I wanted to ask you here on
that baby boy, yes. Mute. Let's talk about them names.
Yes, I have one. I wanted to ask you what you thought.
Fire away.
So one of the things we were thinking, again, we like a lot of names people have suggested such. Another conclusion, or I guess that's the word, that we've come to is it would be awesome if somehow it's Jordan Muse, Jason Muse, JM, Logan Lee Muse, Lex Lee Muse, or Luther Lee Muse. What do you think of Lex? Not together, but one or the other. Lex?
Would it be Lex or Alexander?
It would be Lex. Straight up Lex.
Really?
Yeah. So just an idea. Lex, or separately.
Why can't it be Lex Luthor and Muse?
It could technically, but technically we should be throwing Lee in the middle there because it's a tradition in the family. But it could be changed for something
And
perfect.
I feel like if it's got to be Lee in the middle name, then it's Jason Lee Muse right there.
Oh yeah, let's go. I didn't even think of that.
All rats.
I like it. Stan Lee, Jason Lee.
Yeah, man,
One of
what about
those.
Stan Lee Muse? Holy shit.
It would be tough. It'd be tough if Jason Lee is great.
Dude,
Stanley,
if you
tell
think
me.
you think you got a People magazine article out of fucking, being like we're having a baby. You name that kid Stan Lee Muse. Oh, the whole world writes about it. The whole world welcomes his birth. They're like, finally, another Stan Lee. He's honoring great Stan Lee. He named his whole human child. This ain't no dog that you're naming Stan Lee. It's a fucking child. Stan Lee.
And it's and what if it's like reincarnated, all of a sudden a 12-year-old Stanley Muse creates Spider Bug. No, I don't know. Something new though.
What if his first word is Excelsior?
Whoa! Yeah, I'm telling you, they never. I'm telling you, they never know that. Like, what if he actually was like a genius? He created like we know what we know now of Spider-Man and the Avengers, everything, how big and popular it is. Something he created so many years ago. Just think about it. He could create something that like we're like 90. Yeah, and like
I'll tell you what right now. You name your kid Stanley Muse, he's definitely getting a job at Marvel.
Oh, damn!
He's working for Disney, son. He's making Disney money.
Yeah, hell yeah! All right, so a backup. So what else? But what other? So I like you said, I like Magnus. We're liking. I still also like Azrael. I like Azrael, but
yeah, Jordan's a big fan of Azrael as well. Azrael, in our world, Azrael was Jason Lee's character in Dog. But I pulled the name from angelic lore, and Jordan's got a deep dive on the name, and she likes it quite a bit. Sounds like she's fucking turning Muse around on it when he knows damn well the kid should be named either Magnus Muse, or now my number one fucking favorite, Stan Lee Muse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like him. Hey, I'm up for it. The only problem is,
and could you live with a kid named Stan?
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah, you don't have to call him Stan. You could call him a bunch of nicknames. You could call him fucking Excelsior. You could call him Nuff Said.
Xavier.
You could call him Xavier. You could call him any Marvel character name.
Yeah. That's true. He has like a fucking rotatable name.
Call him Lieberman. Stanley Lieberman. That was Stan's name.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
We can just call him Little Man Muse, Baby Boy Muse.
Lieberman. There's so many but again, I'm not against it. But if there's more than one convincing, and again, the problem is I don't think of the full name is amazing. But I think of, again, I told Jordan, she makes fun of me, but how I always try to think in my head about a name is them like my little man running through the playground with his friends, and they're like, "Yo, Stan Lee, hey, yo, Magnus, hey, yo, Xavier, get over here!" Like the shout out, the calling,
like Mags, yo, Maggie, a boy named Maggie.
So it's I always think as long as you could say it, like if it like mine's so plain, right? Like Jason, come here, Jason Edward, get your butt over here. Hey, Tiger. No, I'm just kidding.
I had Kevin Patrick. Oh
shit!
She'd be like Kevin Patrick. One.
Yeah.
Two.
So I think it'd be cool. Again, there's a bunch, but I would love for after this episode.
Luthor, you get the double hit of Lex Luthor and Luthor, the fucking series with
yeah, well, Luther Vandross, a little Anita can really get you found.
Vandross hit too. That's my father.
So I don't know. There's some good ones. But yeah, I wish. I wonder if we could play some kind of. I want people to send stuff in if they listen to this episode, and then somehow we could tie in that with that. Like maybe they oh, I don't know. People send in names, and when we pick the name, we crochet a blanket with the name on it. We do like how they do like the baby balloon parties. I don't know. I don't know.
That's how forests get burned down and people die. Gender reveal parties. And they don't even want that anymore because you can't pick your kid's gender, right?
Yeah.
It has to be like sex, like announcement party or something.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, I'm saying more so that we put I want to just put something on a blanket, a name. I guess mine would be a name reveal thing, and not even a party. It'd be more of like a, hey, let me tell you here on Father's Day, episode 5.
I'll tell you right now. I know your lady pretty well, not as much as you, but there's no way on earth she's going to let the public decide.
That's true. But someone could get close. It's almost like gambling. Like pick a number 1 to 100. So when it comes down to it, we could be like, the winner is.
Well, I'll tell you right now, we can skew this contest by saying that she heavily favors Azrael to win.
All right. Wait, no. Or yeah.
That means the odds are pretty high that she can go Azrael.
Okay.
You can make money off this. We do a little OTB, some off-track betting and shit.
Wait, what is some more? Oh, off to the side and shit. I'm like, place your bets. No.
Yeah, and then how much money you got a side hustle bet going, and then you skew everything by fucking like you got 100 to 1 odds on fucking Stanley Muse, and then you pull it out at the end, and you're a better. So
101 to 101 odds. We can have odds and everything. You're right. And then we can add, we could take a dive and shit. I'm like, someone that Jordan picks a name by lied that's taking a dive or something. No, I don't know. Yeah.
And that's the kind of integrity that we have here on Father's Day. Like, how can we make some side money off of this? And take a dive?
Yeah. No, we want to do that. But I think it'd be fun. I think it would be fun.
We wouldn't do it, kids. But the fact that he thought of it all shows you that we are from New Jersey. The fact that I was willing to co-sign it. We're just shading it up where it's like, what if it fell off the truck? What if it?
Yeah.
Off the scale?
It's not like stealing. I didn't steal it. I've just found it.
There's your fucking Father's Day, kids. What an adventure we had. We still don't know the baby's name. We do know the baby's sex. We got to talk to Logan, who's just fucking fascinating. And you've heard some fucking tales. You heard about a wicked fight between a couple dads. Fight.
And we're gonna get
dads going at it in the goddamn driveway and shit.
Oh my goodness. It's again, it's not often that it happens, but I do feel like eventually we'll have, this is great, but I can't wait. And people out there, if anyone's like, well, they talked about this and that, we're going to have, I want to come up with some segments. I'm going to come up with some ideas, Storm. When I see you in person, I want to sit down and be like, hey, how about this? How about we start with this? And then we play a game like this called Let Us Father.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm all for it.
I'm just kidding. Let Us Father. No.
Let Us Father is hysterical. I think that's very funny. I co-sign that. You want to come up with as many departments as you want, please do. I would like to suggest one.
Yes, please.
Based on what we just did, we got to give Logan 10 minutes every week.
Oh, I love it. Okay, done and done. And even if we're in person and if I'm in Jersey and she's not here, we could call her, which will be sort of funny because we can.
She's at that very talkative age where she wants to tell you a story about everything, and all the details are like fucking delicious.
No, I love it.
Doing it with missing 2 front teeth. It's fucking. It couldn't be more.
I know. No, we definitely will. We definitely will. So again, because she'll be home. Because she'll be home from school, and we'll make sure it's earlier, and we'll definitely call her. If when I'm in Jersey and we're in person, she'll be here, of course, but we'll be able to call her and we can talk with her and make sure it's planned out and stuff. She can sit in front of my computer. I love it, man. I love it. Great idea. So I'll see you the next time I see you, and you guys will get another episode. Will be
next week.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I can't remember I keep forgetting if you're coming here first or I'm going there first, and then.
Regardless, we're on a schedule.
Yes, I love it.
But we, as far as this show goes, happy Thanksgiving on Father's Day. Isn't that weird? A holiday wishing another holiday.
Yes.
Happy holiday. Happy Thanksgiving from Father's Day. You'll only hear that here on Father's Day with Jay and Silent Bob. Thanks for listening, kids, to a couple of dads. Dadding it
Yes.
as only dads can. For Father's Day, I'm Kevin Smith.
Jason Mewes.
Happy Father's Day, everybody. Ooh. This is the cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything.
Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Cheers,